let's start off with some usual verb tandoku dosa. Just a second. Where are we? Oh yeah, because we've added a few. So let's try some of these. Okay. So there's a few new ones here, which I will explain if you're not sure what they are. Let's just let Constantino in. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Okay, so let's start with, if we can do this, the usual thing, guys, the infinitive, the te form, the polite form, potential, experience, obligative. And then again, I'll give you, if you can give me an example, and then you give me an example back. Sorry, no, you give me an example, then I'll give you an example back. That's what I said, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so Tom, how about, Ichidan no 51番. Ichidan no 51番.
To walk. Aruku.
Good.
Aruite.
Arukimasu.
For the polite form, arukimasu.
Yep, that's correct.
And potential arukemasu. Aruita koto ga arimasu.
Good.
Arukanakereba narimasen. Let's go with Kohen ni arukimashou.
Okay, good.
Let's walk over the garden.
Park.
Park.
Park. Good, good. So let me give you an example back, Tom. London kara Moscow ni aruite ikimasen.
You can't walk from London to Russia.
Good, yeah, excellent, well done. Okay, so guys, just to fill you in on this one actually a little bit, I haven't talked about it very much. Let me just turn off screen sharing a second. I've got on the whiteboard. So, text, aruku. This is a funny verb, walk, because it's not used in its usual sense. So, you know, we would normally say, I'm going to go for a walk in the park, like you said, Tom. So you'd think that that would be arukimasu, or go for a walk in the park, aruki ni ikimasu, things like this. But for reasons that I don't know, it's never used like this. It's generally used in its te form only. So, for example, if you want to say, I will go to the shops on foot, I will walk to the shops, then you would say, mise ni aruite ikimasu. So it's used as a modifier here before ikimasu to say how you're going to go. So this is a bit like saying kuruma de, by car, but this way it's aruite, means by foot. Now, even if you wanted to say that you're not going to walk anywhere in particular, you're just going to walk around, then they have a different word for this instead, which is sanpo. Sanpo suru. So let me just grab the Japanese for this, because it's just sometimes interesting to understand how that comes, where that comes from. Sanpo. Ooh, not that. Sanpo, sanpo, doko da? Sanpo. Sanpo. So even let's put up aruku as well. So this character here from sanpo is the same character here for aruku. So this means to walk here, but it's put in front of this character, which I don't actually know what this means. Just a second.
Hey.
Sorry, Job.
Hey, is it cave? Kegu?
Kegu, oh, maybe.
Don't know.
Let's put in sanpo and then analyze it. Kanji. It's chiru chirasu. Oh, right. to be dispersed. Chirasu, chirashi, like chirashi waza, chirashi sushi. Chirakaru, to scatter.
Andy?
Yeah.
It's actually Sanpo with an N.
Yes, yeah, I've spelt it like this. Oh, sorry, up here you mean? Yeah, sorry, yeah. Sample. Oops. Sample. So this means to go for a walk or a stroll. And yeah, we almost never use arukimasu or arukimashita. We would say sanpo shimashita or aruite ikimashita, something like this. So it's a funny use verb. Okay, any questions, guys?
So is that perhaps because it's instead of going in a certain direction, you're just walking around in the sense of a dispersed walk, not a directed walk?
Yeah, this is correct for sample. But like I say, even if you're going in one direction, you don't say mise ni arukimasu. You say mise ni aruite ikimasu. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's go back. And Jock, how about Nidan no 27番お願いします。
Kariru.
Good. Yes, kariru.
Karite.
Good. Yep.
Karimasu.
Yes.
Kararemasu.
So remember, kari itself remains intact. Yeah.
Ri. Ooh. It's not a U, is it? So
No, it's a group 2 verb. So the ru comes off completely and is replaced with
kararemasu.
kariraremasu. Kariraremasu.
I can't say it. Kariraremasu.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, kariraremasu.
Okay. Karita koto ga arimasu.
Good. Yes.
Karinakereba narimasen.
Good.
Omae no iai to karite kudasaimasen ka?
Not kari. You in this instance, you are asking somebody to do something. So instead of karite, you'd use a different verb, wouldn't you? You'd not say borrow, you'd say lend.
Kashite kuremasen ka?
Yes, yeah. So how about for karimas? How would you fit that into that same sentence using the same meaning?
Kari no jidosha o karimashita.
Yeah, good. But for the Iaito one, just as an interesting little challenge, how would you fit that kariru into that same request? Can I borrow your Iaito?
Anata no iai to o karite kuremasu ka?
That's still a request.
No,
So how about this?
no.
Would it be okay if I borrowed your Iaito?
Karite mo ii desu ka?
Exactly, yes. Karite mo ii desu ka? Or karete ii desu ka? Both of those. Yes, yeah. Or, I mean, you could just say, alternatively, anata no Iaito o kariraremasu ka? Is it possible for you to borrow your?
Okay, it's possible to.
Yeah. Yeah, this softens the question to make it more like a request. Yeah. Piotr?
How does the TEF form work in this case? So Jock Sensei just used the TEF form in the can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Or is it okay to borrow? How does that work in this case?
So this verb literally means can I do the borrowing, not can you borrow to me. So borrow is you taking something from somebody else and having it for a period of time. This is kariru. But if you want to ask somebody, would you lend it to me, loan it to me, then this is the group 1 version of this verb, which you're about to do. So you can, the only way to ask if it's okay to borrow the iaito is to say either karite mo ii desu ka or kariraremasu ka? Can I borrow it? Am
So,
I
yeah.
able to borrow it? Yeah.
The karite mo, that's the part I meant. I'm not entirely clear about that.
Ah, we've done this, no?
Yeah, possibly.
Hang on a second. Let's stop sharing for a sec. Sorry, guys. Can you guys remind me if we've done te mo ii desu ka? Maybe we haven't done it officially. No, maybe we haven't done it. Maybe we did it on a Sunday class. Okay, right. Then I'll do this with you now then, and then I'll do this as a proper class next week because it's actually really important bit of Japanese language.
Very useful.
Yeah. So if you put verb in te form,
Yes.
and then you can do either of two things. I'll explain the difference. Mo ii desu ka or verb te ii desu ka. So these both almost mean the same thing, which is, would it be okay if I now, what's the difference? So this first, with this more, this only very slightly changes the nuance of the sentence. It changes it almost like saying, would it even be okay? This is the best way I can translate this into English because it doesn't translate very well. Would it even be okay if I did this? Or it's a little bit like saying, would it be okay or not if I did this? This is the slight difference. Whereas something te ii desu ka is very literally, is it okay if I verb? Yeah. But they're pretty interchangeable, to be honest. Yeah. These days, I tend to hear people say this one more than the mo ii desu ka. I think it's because between people who know each other, this sounds very unassertive, like you're not really sure if you should touch it or not. Whereas this one is just saying, is it okay if I do this? I think if you want to be sure to be polite, then maybe this one's the best one to use. But most people use this. Yeah. Okay. Is that okay, guys?
So why would you use it? Well, if you're going to explain this next week, then I'll skip further questions, actually.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm still not sure why I used the te form instead of, for example, the infinitive. But is that just the form it's used in?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost making the verb into a conditional by putting te after it. It's a kind of mini conditional. If I do this, is it okay? It's a bit like this, but because it's if it was a true conditional, you're asking a hypothetical question. But what you're saying in this form with te ii desu ka is, when I do this, is it okay? It's saying really, if you say it's okay, I am going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really asking for permission for something you intend to do,
exactly.
not just theoretical.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So Piotr, you may have heard the verb for to lend, which is a group 1 down here.
I believe that was kasu, right?
Kasu, yes, exactly. Yeah, kasu.
So kasu, kashite, kashimasu, kasemasu.
Good.
Kashita koto ga arimasu.
Yeah.
Kasanakereba narimasen.
Good.
Sensei, okane o kashite kure.
Yada. Okay, good. Let me give you one back. Sumimasen, skoshi toire paper o kashite kurimasu ka?
I'm sorry, could I borrow a bit of toilet paper, please?
Good, yes. Okay, Spiros, how about...
Oh dear. But you don't need to give it back.
yeah. Lending is not an option here. How about nidan no 26番? Nidan no 26番.
26。
はい。
26。
You may not know this one.
知らない。
Okay. Let's go. So this is a new verb for some of you. Constantina, were you here on Sunday? No. Piotr, remember? Anthony? Maji? So this is nokoru. So this is an intransitive verb, to remain, which means it's you doing it as a person. If I remain here, rather than leaving something to, if you haven't eaten everything and you leave something, that's a different version of this verb. But this nokoru means for you to remain. So this is partially a word that you already know. So if I do nokoru, it's this character here, but this is part of this this word, which you do know, trust me.
Zanshin.
Zanshin, well done, yeah. Zanshin. Yeah. So
I
this means-
recognize the shin.
Ah, good, well done. Hey, this is the path to learning languages, man. Just you don't have to know everything, you just need to know enough. Yeah. So this is zan, which means to remain. Yeah. And this is used in other words, such as something that I'm sure Wayne has to do all the time, which is zangyo. Do you recognize this, Wayne?
Yep.
Overtime. Overtime. So this means remaining work. Yeah. Zangyo. But if you want to say I will remain here, well, maybe you want to use that as your example, Spiros.
Yes.
Okay, so over to you. Let me go back to the page. Hey, dozo.
So the verb is nokoru, infinitive is nokoru, no nokite,
So this is group 2 verb. So noko remains intact.
nokote,
Nokote, yes.
nokote, nokokimasu,
Nokorimasu.
nokorimasu.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Yes.
I've made a mistake. This should be group 1 verb. Sorry. Let me put it down here. I do apologize.
No problem.
It's nokoru, but it's group 1. Sorry. Yeah. So let's go back to the beginning. So nokoru.
Okay. Nokoru.
Yeah.
Nokorite.
Nokote.
Nokote.
Yeah.
Nokokimasu.
So nokorimasu.
Nokorimasu.
Yes.
For the next, I'm not sure.
So this u sound at the end simply becomes e when you put it in the mass form. So nokorimasu becomes
Nokorimasu.
nokoremasu.
Nokoremasu.
Yes.
Noko.
Any idea?
No.
So let's turn this nokoru into the
Nokoru.
past tense of the verb, but the plain past tense. So this is usually done by making the te form first. So the te form of nokoru is
Nokorite.
nokote.
Nokote.
Yeah.
Nokotemasu.
And then nokote we change the e at the end to nokotta. with an a,
Nokota.
and then-
Kereba.
no, nokotta, and then koto
Nokotta.
ga arimasu.
Koto ga arimasu. Nokota ga arimasu.
Nokotta koto ga arimasu.
Nokota koto ga arimasu.
Yes, good. And then the obligative.
Noko. Noko kereba.
Nokoranai. So first we make the plain negative of the form.
Nokoranai. Nokona kereba arimasen.
One more time.
Nokona kereba arimasen.
So this is nokoranakereba.
Nokorana kereba arimasen.
Narimasen with an N.
Narimasen.
Narimasen.
Hai.
Just one more time, the last one. Nokoranakereba.
Nokona kereba narimasen.
Sorry, first one more time.
Nokona kereba narimasen.
Okay, let me just write it out a second because it's important to get the pronunciation right at this stage, I would suggest. Just in case you end up saying something very, very, very rude by mistake. So this is nokoru is the usual verb, is the infinitive. So this has to be very clear. Nokora na kereba narimasen. Like this. Nokora na kereba narimasen. So there's a little bit more emphasis on this nokora. Okay, one more time.
Hey. Nokorana kereba narimasen.
Very good. Yes. Oh, that's better. Your microphone's working now. I can hear you properly. Nokora nakereba narimasen. Good.
Hey.
Guys, just to sorry, this isn't me nagging or moaning or anything, but it's really important while we're taking turns to do this, that while you're waiting, you repeat the answer to yourself as many times as you like. What I should see is a screen full of mouths going and saying the answer. Even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter, because as soon as you're corrected, you'll have the opportunity to then repeat it a few times correctly. Yeah. Okay, Wayne, how about how do I put it on here? To leave, no costs. No, okay, let's do this one. Ichidan no 53番お願いします。Ichidan no 53番.
I know we had on Sunday, but I can't remember.
So this is the, actually, Wayne, maybe you have this in Chinese. What's the onomatopoeia for breathing? What do you say?
Similar in Japanese. 呼吸.
Okay, right. So a little bit different. So Japanese say suha. So
Suha.
Su, yeah, su is to breathe in, and then haku is to breathe out.
I think the Chinese means 呼吸.
Koke.
The other one, yeah, the other version, yeah.
Right, right. So, hello, Tom's daughter. Let me just quickly ask a question, just because this is interesting, as it helps to embed things that we're doing. Hang on, sweetness, surimas. Oh, it doesn't come up as a recognized thing. Ah, okay. So is this, when you said core K, is this the same core here?
It's like K character, yeah.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Yeah, anyway, so su is the word for inhale. Su.
It's group 1.
It is group 1, yes. Yeah, it's an u at the end. Su.
Su.
Good. And the teflon?
Suete.
No. So think about another verb that finishes with u, like ao. how would you put ao to meet aimas into the te form?
入って、
Not aite, but
あって、
atte, atte.
あって、
So su would be
すって、
sutte. Good. Yes. And then the polite.
で、uh,
Just a normal mass form.
Sude, sude, sude.
So think of
Okay.
ao.
Oh,
The u at the end becomes an e, becomes
I,
imas. So su would become
suimas.
suimas. Yes, suimas. And then the potential.
Suemas.
Good. Yes, suemas. Experience.
Sueta.
Not suetta. That's something you wear when you're cold.
The sweater.
So think about the te form. How did you do the te form?
Yeah.
Sutte.
Sutte.
So this would become-
Sutta.
Good.
Sutta koto ga arimasu.
Very good. Yes. And the obligative.
Sutanakereba narimasen.
Turn this into the negative, plain negative first. So su.
Su.
become- How do you turn this into the nai form?
Suranai.
Suwanai. Suwanai.
Suwanai.
Yeah.
Suwanakereba narimasen.
Excellent. Good. And an example?
I'm not sure it's correct or not, but I'll try it.
Okay.
Ramen o
Ah, good.
suwatta. Sutta
Sutta.
arimasu.
What? Sorry, when you broke off there, can you say again?
Imasu. Imashita. Imashita.
Suttemashita. I was.
Sutte imashita.
Yeah. Good. 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 Yeah. So.
But is it correct?
Well, I wanted this as well because things like soup, like miso shiru, are also called suimono, which means inhaled things. But whenever I say to people, I'm inhaling miso shiru, they say no, it should be taberu. But you're completely understood. So as well as breathing in, with su, this also means to suck in if you're slurping. So absolutely correct. Yeah, this is appropriate. I think not technically correct, but people would understood exactly what you meant.
Okay.
Slurping in ramen. Good.
Hi.
Let me give you an example back. Moshi, watashi ga ue no kubi o shimetara suenaku narimasu. Mochiro? Moshi,
もう一度お願いします。
もし私がウェインさんの首を絞めたら吸えなくなります。
Okay. If I choke Wayne's throat, he can't breathe anymore.
Yes, good. Yes, exactly. Good. Well done. Okay, Constantina. Let's do. Okay. 一段の26番。一段の26番。
To leave behind.
So I did mention this about 20 minutes ago. So hopefully you were listening to and remembering every single thing that I said. Every word should be programmed into your memory.
No.
No? Oh,
To-
Jesus.
Me, the goldfish that I don't remember what I ate 3 seconds ago.
I'm wasting my time here. I'm going.
No, please. I'm sorry, Sensei. Sorry, guys.
Okay. So Nokoru.
No, I really
is the-
don't. I was looking at it actually.
Okay, just a second. Let's bring the screen up.
To remain. The nokoru is to leave behind.
Yeah. So Nokoru.
To remain.
Yeah. So this is the. Just a second. This is the intransitive verb. So, can you take a guess what the transitive verb is to leave something behind? to leave something uneaten, for example. If nokoru is the intransitive, take a guess what the transitive might be. It must look similar because it's the same kanji.
Noko was noko. I have no idea. It has to be another letter there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Nokowa, nokowaru,
Nokosu.
nokosu.
Nokosu. So this is you leaving something that you don't want to eat or don't want to take with you. And again, this is the same character as zanshin. Nokosu. Oh, kokosu. Nokosu. Uruba. Nokosu.
Okay.
Okay.
Nokosu. So technically, if nokoru is the intransitive, usually nokosu, the su ending is more transitive for the verbs. That's why so many verbs are similar, but it's not a rule.
Sometimes, not a rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for example, so ignore the word. Oh, let's drop. Hang on a second. There's this word hanasu. You probably recognize this as being, what does hanasu mean?
To say.
To speak. Yeah. There's
Hanasu.
also there's also hanasu, which means something completely different. This is if you do jodo, this is the same hanasu as in kuri hanashi. This means to release. Okay. And there's a intransitive version of this for you to move away from somebody or move away from something, which is, well, if hanasu is the transitive verb, what's the intransitive verb, do you think?
Nokoru. Hanaru.
Nearly. Unfortunately, the rule that you said doesn't always work. It's hanareru. Hanareru.
That would be too good to be true.
No, it would be, wouldn't it? But there are some instances when the ru is the transitive and su is the transitive, like kairu and kaisu. Kairu and kaisu. So that there are sometimes this happens, but it's not a set rule. You can't rely on it to be always the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hanare is also the release in Kyudo. When you release the arrow,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
hanare.
Yeah. Exactly. Hanare. Yeah.
But
The
then-
release.
I'd assume that hanareru is a group 2 verb, right?
It is. Yes. Yeah. Correct. Okay. So nokoru became nokosu. Okay. Over to you, Constantina, for these.
Nokosu. Λοιπόν, nokoshimasu.
Te form?
Nokoshite.
Good. Yes.
Nokoshite.
Yes. Good.
Potencia. Nokosemasu.
Yes.
Nokoshita koto ga arimasu.
Yes.
Complicative. Nokosa nakereba narimasen.
Very good.
Okay.
And an example?
I have to do the difficult one.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Watashi no nimotsu ga nokoshite nokoshi nakereba narimasen.
No.
Nokosa nakereba narimasen.
Very good. Yeah. But nimotsu, not nimotsu ga, but nimotsu.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Hang on a second. No, yeah. Yeah. One more time.
Watashi no nimotsu o I forgot. No. Nokosa nakereba narimasen.
Very good. Yes, good.
I told you my brain is not functioning.
Oh, that's okay. I like I like the fact that you pronounce things very slowly and clearly. Constantina, you should carry on doing this until you feel like it should naturally speed up. Don't feel the need to just make it speak fast. Keep this nice, clean, clear speaking. It's really good. Okay, let me give you an example back. Sushi o nokoshita no ni dareka ni taberaremashita.
The sushi that was left behind, you ate it. You ate it. No.
Not I ate it. Watashi ga sushi o nokoshita no ni dareka ni taberaremashita. Yeah.
Dareka.
It's going to take us on to the passive form in a second. So let me just quickly write this out so that we get ourselves warmed up for the next section.
I got half of it.
Okay, so yeah, let me just quickly write it out. Sushi watashi ga. This is only a quick announcement. Watashi ga sushi o nokoshita no ni dareka ni taberaremashita. Okay, so what's the bit you got, Constantina?
That the sushi that was left behind was eaten, was be able to be eaten.
No, this doesn't mean
The-
this doesn't mean the potential. Look, dareka ni.
It
This is
was the passive one.
Good.
Okay, that was eaten.
Yeah, was eaten. Who by?
Not dare by who? By who was dare?
Okay, no, this is good. No, don't worry, sorry. We haven't done every single part of the grammar in this sentence, but this is a good way to learn. So, so guys, can you unmute yourselves a second? So I'd like you need to cover your microphone, Tom. So right, first one to the buzzer. First one to say the answer. What in Japanese? What is what?
Nani,
And what is where?
doko,
Come on, guys. Piotr's beating you all. What is who?
Dare.
Dare.
You still got
That
it, Piotr. And what is why?
Naze.
Okay, all these are good. Naze. And then Tom, you said
Yatte?
doyatte. And you could also have doshite. And what is how much?
Ikura.
Good.
Ikura.
Ikura. Piotr, you got beaten there. And what is how many?
Itsumo?
Oh, that's always, but it's almost the same word.
kurai,
Ikutsu.
Ikutsu. And what did you say, Piotr?
kurai, but that's
So donogurai would be fine.
monogurai.
Donogurai also means how many or how much. Okay, so these are all called, if you remember, I'm not trying to teach you guys English grammar, by the way, but it's just easy for me to reference these if I tell you what they are. These are called interrogatives. I think I've spelled that correctly. Interrogatives. So this just basically means asking questions, doesn't it? Do you have ways of making you talk? This is an interrogation. Okay, and then, so this is what, let me just turn off the Japanese a second, all right? So this literally means what, and then who, etc. But if you put ka at the end of it, after each of these, you get, sorry, not that, don't copy that out. You get something, i.e. this is like saying somewhat. Doko?
Someplace?
Yeah, so this is, yeah, someplace or somewhere. Doko ka.
Okay.
Dareka becomes
Someone.
Yeah, or somebody, good. Nazuka, Doyatika, doshtika.
For some reason.
Yeah, some
Somehow.
reason. Yep, good. Some reason and somehow. Good. Yep, exactly. Ikuraka.
Some number or any number?
Yeah, yes, some amount. Yeah. Ikutsuka is also some number as well, but this is countable things rather than an amount. So
How many?
How many? Yes. Yeah. Some many. Yeah, I'll put that down. It's not real English, but and then the same thing here as well. Donogurai ka, some many, or some much, some amount. Yeah. Yeah. So just by putting ka at the end, it turns it into somewhat, someone, somewhere, etc. Somehow.
So the ka is not only an interrogative particle, but it also inverts the interrogation.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that, or maybe it intensifies the interrogation. I'm not sure.
From Miku, there's a very good film about the ka and how to use the ka for other things as just question mark.
Sorry, one more time, Tom.
I said, if you look at the YouTube from Miku, she has a
Mixo.
special video about the ka when it is not used as the question mark, but for all others, like
right,
even the
right.
Kadoka actually is 2 times a ka. She explains very good how
Right.
to use the ka as different things.
Cool. Okay. Probably worth watching that, guys. If you, especially after this lesson right now, because it will be fresh. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks, Tom. Okay. Any questions, guys? Cool.
So the sushi was you left behind was eaten by someone.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. So even though noni in this case means even though I left behind some sushi, somebody ate it. Looking, I'm thinking it's probably Rene. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's now smoothly transition through to doing a little bit of passive form. Just your favorite, I know, guys. Okay, so rather than doing the whole sentences, what I'd like you to do is just find in the sentence that I give you, that's better, isn't it? In the sentence that I point you at, I'd like you to just find the verb and turn it into the passive form. So you don't have to say the whole sentence. Just find the verb which should be turned into the passive form. Okay. Some sentences might have 2 verbs. So you have to find the one which should be turned into passive. Okay, so I'll start. So guys, I'm going to start in kind of order of who I think will be able to get these correct. So please listen to what your predecessors are saying. So Piotr, I'm going to put you in the spotlight and put you first. Number 16, I was taught how to repair cars by my father when I was younger.
So the verb would be to teach.
Good.
Which was not erabu, that's choose.
Begins with o.
No, not oshieru.
Oshieru, exactly.
Oshieru.
Oshieru.
Okay, so oshieru, oshiemasu, so that's group 2. So oshieraremas.
Very good. Yes, oshierarimasu. Good. And Jock, how about number 18? As I expected, the door was suddenly closed by the strong wind. So just point at the verb and go through the transformation. Oh, you're muted at the moment, Jock. Let me ask to unmute you.
Shimeru.
Good.
Shimerareta.
Yes. Yeah. So just in the present tense, this would be
Shimeraremashita.
shimerarimasu. Yes. Shimerarimasu or shimerarimashita. Yeah. Good. Good. Tom. Number 4. Do you remember this one?
1, katsu.
Yes, katsu. Good.
Katsu. So it's a group 1. So we first do it in the negative form. So kasanai. So kasamas.
Not kasu, but remember this is this final syllable is tsu.
Kata.
Kata, good. Yes.
Katanai, so katamas is the passive.
Not katamas, but
So to do katanai, we cut off the nai,
mhm.
and then katarevu.
Yes, katare. So the mas form would be
Kataremas.
kataremas. Yes, good.
Kataremas.
Good, good. Constantina. Right, we're now into everybody being on the same level now. So this isn't me telling you, giving you ranking now. Okay, Constantina. Number 2.
Was written, it's to write, kaku, kakima,
Kaku, yeah.
kakimas, kakanai, kakana. I'm gonna get it. Ka, ka, kakemas.
Not kakemas. Actually, guys, let me just now give you, let me stop for a second and give you, this is the solution to remembering this, this problem, because the passive form is not used that often. So if you're not constantly using it, then you might forget how to use it. So you only have to remember 4 verbs. Ikarimasu, taberaremasu, oraremasu, and saremasu. Okay, so here, this of course is a group 1. This is a group 2. And these both are group 3, but as they're irregular, you have to remember both of them because they don't transform the same way. So this is the pattern that you should check your verb against to make sure it looks the same. So basically, at the end, I'll let you finish writing first. At the end of any group 1 verb, you should see this, aremas.
Okay.
At the end of any group 2 verb, which is either in the potential form or the passive form, you should see raremas. And then again, you see the same thing with koraremas. And then for saremas, you see the same as the group 1 aremas. But you can see a pattern here, can't you? It either has to finish with aremas or raremas. Yeah, but just don't get too involved with these second checks. Just remember these 4 models of verb. Yeah, and then you should never make a mistake. Ikarimasu, taberaremasu, koraremasu, and saremasu. Okay. Okay, back. Is everybody finished writing? Okay. So back to Constantina. It was the that letter over there.
No. So it's gonna be kakanai, kakaremas.
Kakarimas. Good. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Kakarimas.
No, that's
Good.
easy. Okay.
Yeah. And Spiros, how about number 5?
Number 5. Was cold.
Good.
The verb was cold. The verb is
Do you remember? Yobu. Yobu.
yobu. Yobu is a group 1
It is.
verb.
Yep. Good. Good. Exactly.
Yobanai.
Good.
Yobaremas.
Yes. Good. Yobarimas. Very good. And Wayne, how about Number 15. 15.
To pour.
No, that's not the verb. That's not the passive verb in this sentence.
Shown.
Yes, good.
I don't know what shown in Japan is.
Wayne, you haven't been looking at all of my Facebook posts since we first met. What's wrong with you? I bet you did. I bet you did see this, but you just forgot it.
I remember.
I wrote this last week, actually. You do?
Yeah.
Miru,
Okay.
miraru,
Of course.
Miseru, mitsukeru. There was all these different ways of using miru, wasn't there? Mitsukeru.
Yeah.
Another one, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was one from Zhao with an A, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh well, doesn't matter. So which one of these is it, Wayne?
Mitsukeru?
No. That means to find. To find.
Yeah, wait. Let me think. Miseru.
Miseru. Yes, good. Yeah, good. Okay, so into the passive form.
Miseraremasu.
Yes, good. Miseraremasu. Good. Should we do another round of these guys? Yeah. Okay, let's do these in order of how you are on the screen now. So Tom, number 7. Oh, actually, I've got a better idea. I'll just say your name. We'll start from the top, from number 1. I'll say your name and then just do the next one down, guys. So we'll start with Tom, number 1.
I knew the other one, but to pay was Tsukao? Nee, that's use. To something with O.
Yeah, harau.
Harau. Harau. Haraimasu. I only have to do one, huh?
Yeah, but you got to do the passive form though.
Ah, I did it. So harau. Haranaimasu.
No. Think about the.
So it's group 1. So it would be there's a wa. Harawa. Imasu.
Yes, good.
Harawaimasu.
Yes.
I forgot.
Say again.
Yeah, I'm just chewing this one over as well. Hara.
Wa. Imasu. Reimasu.
Sorry, hang on a second, Tom. Something wrong there, isn't there? Hang on. What did we do last week? We did this one. It didn't sound like this. Oh, maybe I'm just going insane. Hara. Ikarimasu. Hara. It must have been this way, but it just sounds really unfamiliar. It's nothing you're doing wrong, Tom. You're following exactly the formula. It just doesn't sound right.
Is it possible? Because normally you would say it was been paid and not has paid for this form, not being paid. Doesn't need to be with suru maybe or.
No, it's you did it right. Harawaremashita. It must have been this, but it just sounds really weird. I've never heard this before, but I'm sure I've heard somebody say it was paid. Jock, would you agree?
I didn't use this verb at all, so.
Harawaremashita. Hawararemashita.
But you sent. Let me just check that because you sent me your homework, didn't you, Jock? Let me have a quick look.
Yes. But you marked it wrong, so.
Well,
I'm totally at sea.
She had. You did she had I must. She had I.
Oh
yeah. So it must have been. This must be correct, Tom. It feels funny because it just sounds unfamiliar, but it must be correct. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, Piotr.
So second one, kaku, kakaremashita.
Yes, good. Kakaremashita. Konstantina, 3.
Pushed. Yes, it's push. Oshu.
Good.
Okay. Osuremas? No. Osu.
Osu in the negative becomes
Osanai.
good.
Osararemas.
That would be a group.
Osaremas. Osaremas.
Osarimas. Good. Yes. And Jock, how about number 4?
Sorry, I'm just writing. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
sorry.
Osarimas. Osarimas.
Oh God. Okay. Katsu.
Mhm.
Kachimashita.
Yeah. And then in the passive,
Katerarita.
so katsu into the
Mm.
negative plane form would be
Katanai.
good. And then kata. And then with the remas.
Katararemas.
Kataremas. Kataremas.
Kakaremas.
Kataremas.
Kakaremas.
Yeah, let me just quickly, I just want to make sure that this goes along with the lesson that we did. Ikaremas. Yeah, exactly this. Yeah. Okay, Wayne, next one.
Which one are we now? Sorry.
Number 5.
Yobu.
Mm-hmm.
Yobadaremas.
No, that would be group 2.
Yobadaremas.
Kataremashita. Ne? Hang on a second. Kataremashita. Yes, yeah, kataremas. Whoever sent that to me. Yeah.
Andy?
Yeah.
Can I ask, so we've got written kakarimashita.
Yeah.
And to win, also kakarimashita.
Kataremas. Kataremas.
Katare, okay.
Yeah.
Katare, okay. Thank you.
Sorry, Wayne, for interrupting you. I just got a message, so I just read it. Sorry. Where were we? Yobu. One more time, Wayne. Sorry.
Yobaremashita.
No. So it's a group 1, so it's just yobaremashita.
Yobaremas.
Yeah. Yobaremas. Okay. And
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Wayne, go ahead.
No. Yobaremas.
Yes.
Yobaremashita.
Very good. Yes. Spiros, next one.
Number 6, the verb is read.
Yes.
Read in Japanese.
So yobu was call, and read. It sounds very similar. It's yomu. Yomu.
Yomu. Yomu is also a group 1.
It is good.
Yomu. Yomanai. Yomanaremas.
Not quite, but you're on the right track. One more time again.
Yomu.
So, yeah.
Yomanai.
Good.
Yomanaremas.
Yeah, just yomaremas.
Yomaremas.
Yomaremas. Yes, good. And Constantina, last one, or the next one, and then we'll call that a day. It's number 7.
Cat. Who's cat by the sea? Okay, the cat. Kiru.
Good.
To cut. Kiraremas.
Yes, good.
Kiraremasta. Kiraremasta.
Very good. Yes. Good. Okay. Let's leave passive forms alone for now, then, shall we?
Oh,
I mean, you won't use them that often, but all of this is good practice for taking verbs and doing things with them. That's what I really want to do when we do this conjugation. Right, let's do this week's lesson, guys, which is going to be a lot easier than passive form. Okay, just a second. Okay, so let's talk about a subject called giving up and taking down. And some of this you'll be familiar with already, but it's the last part that I really want to focus our attention on. Let me just move you guys around a little bit. Not sure why Zoom does this to my presentations. Okay, so if this is you in the green, if somebody gives something to you, then we always visualize it as passing something down. Okay, so whoever is giving you a present, it doesn't matter if they're your student or they're your son or somebody who in class is supposed to be lower than you. If somebody gives you something, then they are passing it down to you. So all of the verbs that we use to say I received something all have this meaning of receiving from above. So we've got these 4 different ways of saying it: kureru, kudasai, which we can actually use as an imperative to say please do this. This comes from the verb kudasaru, by the way. Morao, which means to receive as well, moraimasu, and itadaku, which is a very polite and kind sounding verb to receive something. Itadakimasu, like what you do when you start eating. You say itadakimasu, I'm honorably receiving this good food. Depends who's cooking it, really. Okay. And then if you are giving something to somebody, now you're in this position, you're always elevating it, ageru. Really, there's only ageru, although there's lots of verbs for receiving, generally we only use ageru for giving something to somebody. There are ways to make this a little bit more polite, but I wouldn't bother. We won't bother doing this until we start looking at keigo and sonkeigo, the polite versions of Japanese. Everybody okay? Okay, so all things given to you are descended, and all things given by you or from you are elevated. To say the thing, to say where it comes from or where it's going to, we can use ni in both these cases. If we say, for example, if I said that I received something from my teacher, say, for example, leave him alone, you. Say, for example, I said my teacher gave me a shinken, which isn't likely to happen unless I'm very young and small and blonde. I would say sensei ni shinken o moraimashita. So I could, even though ni is a direction marker usually used to say where something is going, you can use it as the direction marker to say where something was received by. You can also use kara to say from, but you can say sensei ni kono shinken o itarakimashita. I often use kara instead of ni for receive because I want to be sure in my mind that I'm saying from. But if you said ni, it's not a mistake. Of course, when you're saying I give something to somebody else, the target is now marked with ni. So if I said I gave my sensei a cake, I would say sensei ni keiki o agemashita. Okay, so far, guys? Cool. This should all be fairly familiar, I think, to most of you, if not all of you. Also, if you want to, so if we have this kudasai here, or onegaishimasu, or things like this, you can mark a noun, an object with o, and say kudasai, and then this marks the thing that you want somebody to, this marks the thing that you want somebody to give to you. So if I just said biru o kudasai, then I'm saying please give me a beer. So I mark the object with o and then put kudasai for being given something. If you omitted the o, actually in conversational Japanese, it's not a mistake. If you said, please give me the bill, I could say kaike kudasai or check kudasai or biru kudasai. You can just say these nouns without the o if you want to. But grammatically correct would be to use o as the marker for the thing that you want somebody to give you. Now, hopefully back around session 6 or 7, maybe around session 8, you should remember that you can ask somebody to do something by putting the verb that you want them to do into the te form and putting kudasai afterwards. So if you wanted to say, please go, then you'd say itte kudasai. You don't need to say itte o kudasai because o is used as the marker for when you want somebody to give you an object. You just say the verb, te form, kudasai, or onegaishimasu, or itadakimasu, any of these receiving verbs. But we'll use kudasai for now. Kudasai is good enough. So tabete kudasai, please eat. Matte kudasai, please wait. Or if you want to make the negative to say, please don't do this. If you remember, we make the verb into the nai, the plain negative form, and put de kudasai. So please don't go, ikanai de kudasai. Please don't eat, tabenai de kudasai. Please don't do that, sore o shinai de kudasai. Everybody okay? Wayne, you okay? Cool, okay. Now, today's new lesson, this is the new subject, and I've squeezed it into the last 3 lines of this slide, so it should be easy. Is you can say, I will do something for you, or will you do something for me, or you will do something for me, by making te either agemasu, for you saying you will do something for somebody else, so you're giving the verb to somebody, I will do this for you, or if you want somebody to do something for you, then it's the verb in the te form, and then kuremasu or kudasaimasu or moraimasu or itadakimasu.
Sensei,
Tonton.
you write you did V for me. Would that imply a kuremashita or moraimashita?
Yeah, you inflect the agemasu or the kuremasu at the end. Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you an example of the use of this. It's kind of a cheeky misuse of this grammar. Sometimes during training in Japan, Sensei and the group that we're with will go to Fujiya next door to the dojo, which is a little family restaurant. And Ishido Sensei likes cake, but sometimes the cakes are quite big. And sometimes we get free dessert as well. So we might get a little free ice cream with the dinner, because he's got special tokens for getting these free ice creams, and we'll get a cake as well. And then he'll say, oh, I can't eat the ice cream, I'm full. So I say to him, Sensei, tabete agimasu, I'll eat it for you, which is kind of a favor for him, but you can obviously sense that it's kind of irony. Yeah. So for example, you could say, sore, let me just make this bit, sore o katte agimasu, I will buy that for you. Sore o katte agimasu. So you can see that this part of the sentence is basically a little subclause, a little sentence by itself. Sore o katte, and then you just finish it with agemasu, I will give to you. The buying of this thing, I will give to you. Kore o motte moraimasu ka? Will you hold this for me? Kore o motte. So this is a little bit like saying kore o motte kudasai. Kore o motte moraimasu ka? Into a question, will you hold this for me? A bit like saying, will you hold it for me, please? Okay, let's go back to the slide. Any questions, guys? We'll do some examples in a second, but any specific questions? Right, let's just change this so I can see you all. Okay, so these are variations on the passive sentences that we had before, but this time we've slightly changed them so that you can use this form of te agemasu or te moraimasu or te kudasai. Okay, so Tom, do you want to go first? Chief Sato paid the drinks bill.
So, okay, so nomimono ga Chief Sato kara kate agemashita.
No.
Moraimashita.
Moraimashita. Yeah.
Moraimashita.
So even if it's for a group of you, if you are in that group who receive this benefit, then it's moraimashita. It doesn't have to be you individually, but if you're in that group, then it's coming down to you. You basically drop your entire group down one class. Yeah. Okay, just to add to our vocabulary. So chief, if it's like a work department chief, there's a few different words, and these definitions change year on year as Japanese companies adopt the American title system. But chief can be bucho or kacho. One more time, Tom.
Jozo, or is that more boss?
Joshi just means manager, which is very generic. But a section chief, depending on what year you translate this, is either kacho or bucho. Yeah. So this becomes an honorific in itself. You use this instead of san or sama. So Tom, do you want to use that again? Make the sentence again using either of those titles.
So nomimono ga bucho sato bucho ni kate moraimashita.
So that means buy. What's pay?
So pay was harau.
Good. Yep.
So harate.
Yes.
Harate moraimashita.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Piotr, number 2. Frank wrote me a letter last month.
Sengetsu.
Good.
Frank ni tegami o katte moraimashita.
So kaku becomes...
Sorry, kaite moraimashita.
Very good. Kaite moraimashita. Good. Jock, number 3. I was told the train time by the salary man.
Salarymanが電車の
Just use time. Just use time.
時間が伝えてもらいました。
Yeah, but salaryman ga, or if you wanted to be a bit clearer, to say
Salarymanに
yeah. Let me just quickly stop sharing a second, because I want to explain just briefly why I'm being pedantic about that particular one. This was a really, I read this on a website last night when I was making this lesson, and I thought, wow, I've never thought of that before. That's genius. This is a really good example to use. So Jock, what you said was Sarariman ga densha no jikan or tsutaete. This means to tell. Tsutaete from tsuteru. Tsutaete. Do you say moraimashita, Jock?
もらいました。
Yeah, good. So now this bit here should make it clear that something's been done to you, this verb at the end. But if this isn't said until last, or if instead you said staemashita instead of staite moraimashita, let's lose that a second, then this isn't clear who it's being done to. It's saying who is originating the verb, but if you mark the salaryman as kara or ni, then it's clear that it's coming to you. You don't have to say watashi ni or watashi ga salaryman ni or salaryman kara. You don't have to announce the target or the origin. The target of the verb. And then of course this is going to be staite moraimashita. So this already helps to reinforce it, to say that it's been done to you. But this is why it's better to use, I mean, I generally use kara if I know that this is going to be put at the end. Staite moraimashita. Salaryman kara densha no jikan o staite moraimashita.
Sorry, Andy,
Yeah.
could you write the infinitive of the verb to tie?
Sure. Tsutaieru. So this is the, it's always good to learn these verbs, isn't it? This is the same character as shoden, chuden, okuden. Den means transmission. Tsutaieru. So shin, let's do chuden. Not that, but it's chu. So this is to tell or transmit. Tsutaieru.
So just for confirmation, it's group 2, because the root just changed to te.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So, Jock, just to be really clear about this, though, this is not grammatically incorrect. Sorry, what you originally said was not grammatically incorrect. It's still basically saying that the salaryman told somebody the train time, but it's just that it's clearer with either kara or ni. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But grammatically, it still means almost the same thing. It just loses a little bit of information. Yeah. Piotr.
Yeah, so about the ga and the ni in this case, let's say that I would say to Jock-sensei that you told the salaryman, then it would be salaryman ga and the ni, right? The ga changed the position of the listener and the one who receives and the one who gives.
Yes, so this is determined either by moraimas or agemas. But it's good to reinforce the direction with the particle as well. Yeah.
So if we were to use the ga with the salaryman and not place a kara or ni anywhere, would it not be the salaryman who receives the information and who gives it?
Actually, it's unclear from the sentence, because sometimes wa is not necessary. Sometimes wa can be changed with ga, so this is why it loses a little bit of information. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the sentence would change slightly. If you said salaryman ga and it was the salaryman who was receiving the instruction, then this wouldn't be staite moraimashita, it would be stawaremashita. You put it into the passive form. Yeah, that's why I know that particle seems like it's kind of trivial, but it's like throwing a bit of a spanner in the works if the particle isn't ni or kara, because it kind of then suggests there might be a change of grammar or there's some information missing, and it starts to raise question marks over the sentence. So ni or kara is a good way of removing any uncertainty about the meaning of the sentence.
Thank you for the clarification.
No problem. Wayne, I taught football to Mark.
Mac ni
Mhm.
oshiete akemashita.
Agemashita. Yes, good. Yeah. Nani o oshiemashita?
Football ni.
Football.
Football. Oshiete?
はい。でも、particle は何ですか？フットボールに
Ni.
Yes. So think about the thing which is being done is let's into a subscript. Football. Actually, me putting this into a subscript doesn't really help. But it's football or oshiete,
Hai.
and then akimashita. That's the subscript I meant to say. Oshiete. Football or oshiete akimashita. One more time, Wayne.
Mac ni football o oshiete akemashita.
Very good. Yes. Oshiete agemashita. Good. Spiros, I will call you in the morning.
明日が
So morning here is a time reference. So probably
Ash.
better.
time
I would use ni to reference the time.
朝に
Yeah.
朝に call.
Well, you did this like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting older.
So sure.
Shit.
It's yobu. Yobu.
呼ぶ、朝に呼ぶ呼んで、
Yonde. Good.
あげます。
Yeah, good. Yeah. Yonde agemas. Guys, for all of you, so have a go at this. So Spiros just did the exact right one. Asa ni yonde agimasu. Now notice that there was no need to say, for example, watashi wa. Don't need this. And we also didn't use anata ni. Didn't use that either. So we avoided all stupid stuff we don't need. Okay, that's not necessary. But what's the difference between this sentence, asa ni yonde agimasu, and this sentence, asa ni yobimasu? Just to reinforce this section of Japanese. What's the difference between these two sentences?
Is this free talking?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So the second one would not imply whom you would be calling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could be calling to yourself.
Just shouting in the morning out of your window.
Exactly. But if you say to somebody "yonde agimasu," then it clarifies the direction. It's saying I'll call you, because it can't be anything else. If you just said asa ni yobimasu, in fact, that implies that somebody is going to call somebody, but it doesn't imply anything about anybody. In fact, it slightly removes you, the person who's doing the calling, from this sentence. Because yobimasu is a neutral, I mean, this is really getting down to the technical fineness of Japanese. Yobimasu is a neutral term. It just means, will call. And this would be used if you were saying that John called Jane, because you're not now involved in this up-down relationship. You're separated from it. So you could say John called Jane. John-san ga Jane-san ni yobimashita. This would be 100% perfect Japanese. But if you say it, well, even if I say to Piotr, I'm going to call David tomorrow. Even if I say this, I should use David-san ni yonde agimasu, because I should, or even if I'm talking about it to somebody else, I should really be saying, I'm going to give David my calling. I'm going to elevate David in this sentence. So this is, you know, it doesn't matter if you actually said, if I actually said to Piotr, Ashita watashi ga David-san ni yobimasu, this is fine. In conversation, this is fine. But if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of the Japanese language, you are not saying watashi wa, and you're not saying to that person or to you, not saying anata wa. You say it by the way that you make the sentence, yonde agemasu. So you can do all of the subject and object marking just by the way you use the verb. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
If you were to say asani yonde moraimasu, I will receive a call tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's saying you will call me,
So,
or
so
somebody will call me anyway.
yeah, exactly. So what implies the you? Well, the fact I'm talking to you, I'm assuming, and not specifying anyone else.
In this yonde moraimasu.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could ask the question. You could say yonde moraimasu ka? Or you, I don't know, it's almost, I guess this is one of those things where you, by looking at somebody and saying yonde moraimasu, you're kind of saying you will call me. Yeah. But you can use, in fact, this statement, yonde moraimasu, can be just said as a request. And it can imply a request to the person you're talking to. Yonde moraimasu. You don't have to say ka.
Yonde, would you not rather use yonde kudasai?
Yeah, I mean, I normally would, but I often sometimes say yonde moraimasu ka? I turn it into a question to make it polite. But if you say yonde moraimasu, you can either, it's almost like saying you will call me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Where were we? Oh, so we did Spiros. Konstantina, you're next. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to unshare a second because Jock disappeared. I'll make sure he's not trying to get back in again. No, he's not there. Yeah, Konstantina, how about number 6? Oh, we did this one earlier, didn't we?
We did. I don't remember.
We did the verb. We did the verb.
Okay,
I think you did it. Didn't you?
No.
Oh, that's somebody else. Sorry.
The land is the Kasu.
Kasu, good.
That I
Yeah.
remember.
Yes, good.
Okay. And math,
Okay.
I remember, is Sugaku.
Sugaku. Right. I'm going to ask you to. Usually, guys, I let you get away with kono, sono, ano, kore, sore, are, koko, soko, asoko. I usually forgive you when you mix all these up, but now I'm going to be strict. I want you to make the correct reference.
That. Sore.
Yes. No. Yes, but. Okay, make the sentence, Konstantina.
Okay. Okay. Sore wa Sugaku no. No.
That maths book. That maths book. How do you join that and maths book together?
Sugaku no. Sore.
Okay, let me stop you there a
Sore
second.
ni.
Hang on a second.
No, I can't.
Let me ask you something. If I can just find one. How do I say, this pen is mine? This pen is mine.
Kono pen wa
Okay.
watashi no kono.
No, go on. Don't make 3.5 sentences. Just make one.
Okay. Kono pen wa watashi no desu.
Yeah, good. Kono pen wa watashi no desu. So what did you use? What reference did you use there?
The pen is mine.
Yeah. So the when I say reference, this means
kono, the no. Kono. So sono.
There we go. How do I say this is mine? This is mine.
Kono wa watashi no desu.
No. So if it's kono, Yeah, it's kore, but why? Kono
Kore.
has to finish with a noun. Kono,
True.
yeah. So kore.
Okay.
Kore means
Kore.
this only. This is mine. Kono means has to be this and then something after it. This pen, this car, this machine gun, this battleship.
So if we want to say that, also make the sentence. Sono sugaku hon ga
Yep.
kashite
Ga.
o.
Good. Yes.
Okay. O kashite moraimasu ka?
Good. Yeah. Good. Excellent. Yes. Sono su. So probably better to say sono sugaku no hon. Sugaku no hon. That book of maths.
Okay.
Please. Meant to
So sono sugaku no hon o kashite moraimasu ka?
Very good. Excellent.
Okay.
Good. Next one, Tom. You're going to talk about yourself. Number 7.
A band-aid.
Do you know what this is?
Something to when you bleed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bind.
Yes.
Verband.
How'd you say this in Dutch?
Verband.
Verbond.
Actually, it's a pleister.
Okay.
It's just the small
yeah.
one.
Sorry, we also say plaster in English. It's just I thought everybody else said band-aid.
That's just the Americans.
Okay. Right, thank you.
But,
So in Japanese, this is actually called a band-aid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't put the band-aid on Mike's arm. So Mike's, it's a difficult one. Put on, but not the upper body. So it's to put on.
So it's not like a piece of clothing.
It's to apply, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's also a difficult one. Scoville.
Go on, one more time.
I would choose to be safe use, so I would say scow.
That means
Use a band-aid, but to apply.
You could use you could use, but as I'm being pedantic today, I'd like you to use apply.
Yeah. Scoville.
Good. Yeah.
Scoville. So I'm the one doing it, so it should be agemas, but Mike's receiving.
Yeah. So actually, if let's say this is you. Let's say this is you doing it to Mike. So yeah.
Then I would be agaru, because
Yes.
I'm giving.
Good. Yes. Yeah.
So band-aid o.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, Mike ni. Band-aid o. Tsukemasu. Tsukete agemasu. Tsukete agemasu.
Okay. And this word?
I'm thinking about arm. It says something with te, but
So arm is ude.
ude.
Mhm.
Mike's arm, so Mike no ude o, band-aid o,
Hang on.
tsukute agemasu.
Shouldn't really use or twice. So
So Mike's no ute ga. No, it's Mike's arm that is receiving. So that would be.
I would say Mike is the recipient. I would say Mike's arm is the target.
So then I would say Mike ni ute o.
こんなに複雑じゃないよ。ちょっと待って。Hang on a second. Okay, what's the subject? What's the topic of this conversation? Who's the person doing it?
That was me.
Yeah,
So
okay,
Tom
so-
of watashi.
Yeah, so we can put watashi
Ga.
wa. Or, let's use wa now. Watashi wa. Okay. What
Mike
are,
is receiving.
yeah, let's just move to the end of the sentence. What is the verb that's being done first?
Tsukeru. So that's in the text. Tsukete.
Skete,
And so I'm giving. So that was agemasu.
agimasu. Good. And then what is being given?
A band-aid
Okay.
on
So-
Mike's arm. Yeah, a band-aid.
Band-aid. And then what's the particle for the thing that's being done?
Oh,
Oh,
and it's going to the arm, so arm maybe with knee.
good. Yes. Mike no ude
Yeah.
ni. Now I know that you want to say Mike knee because it's been given to him, but if you're doing it to Mike's arm, it's clear that Mike is the beneficiary of this. It's not anybody else's arm, so you don't need to say Mike knee. Mike no ude ni band-aid o tsukete agemasu shita ne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike
And if you were doing it, then you could use the continuous presence with the agem. Then you would put
yeah.
ageru in the continuous tense,
Good.
and you leave the tsukeu in the te form.
Yes. Yeah. So
Then it would be agete.
Yep.
Imashita.
So if you're reporting about something that happened in the past, but if you want to say now I'm putting a plaster
Yeah.
on Mike's arm, you say skete agiteimasu. Cool, good. Okay, let's go on to Piotr. Sorry, the order's jumped around a little bit because Jock disappeared. I think you're next, aren't you, Piotr?
I was after Tom. Yeah. So
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, could you go to the pharmacy for me?
what's a pharmacy? Kusuri no mise?
Yakkyoku.
Yakkyoku. Could you go to the pharmacy for me? Yakkyoku ni.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yakkyoku ni itte moraemasu ka?
One more time.
Yakkyoku ni itte moraemasu ka?
Good. Yes. Yakkyoku ni itte moraimasu ka? Good. Wayne, would you eat the last piece of tempura?
Saiko no
Mhm.
tempura o tapete mo. I'm not sure about this one.
It's not as complicated as you think.
Moraemasu ka?
Yeah, exactly. So, tempura.
Oh, really?
Saigo no tempura o tapete moraimasu ka? Yeah, good.
Okay.
Okay, Spiros, I won't give you the number 10 yet. We'll do that one together in a second. How about number 11?
Machuri
Mhm.
ni cake o take.
So we've got this motte means to hold, and then itte or iku means to go. This means to take something
Okay.
from its origin
Moteiku,
out to somewhere else.
moteiku, moteite.
Mm-hmm.
Machuri ni cake o moteite moraimasu ka?
No, this is saying I will take it for you. So not moraimasu ka, but motte
Agemasu ka?
no, it's not a question there. It's just a agemasu.
Agemasu.
Yeah. Matsuri ni
Matsuri ni
keiki.
keiki no wo moteite agemasu.
Yes, good. Exactly like this. Yeah, good. Cool. And then Constantino, you can do this last one. She took this photo of an eagle for me.
Okay, so many words. Eagle.
Eagle is washi. Washi.
Washi. So it's for me.
Don't get this confused with another animal that sounds similar, which is wani, which is crocodile. So don't ask if the wani can sit on your shoulder, because you might not have a head. Okay.
Oh my God. She took a photo. What was this? She took a photo. It was something with S.
Shashin?
Sashin. Ah. She took a photo. Shashin. Toru.
Good. Yes.
Okay. Shashin.
Totori. Totoro.
No, tote. Okay, tote. Let me fix this one. For me, moraimashita.
Good. Good. Yes.
Moraimashita. Shashin tote moraimashita. And she. Okay.
I don't know.
What was the
Kanojo.
Kanojo. The eagle, obe.
Washi.
Oh, whoosh.
Washi.
Like-
Huh?
Washi.
Washi. Yeah, washi.
Oh,
Washi. Okay. Kanojo wa washi o shashin tote moraimashita.
Sorry, can you say it one more time, Christina? I couldn't write this.
Sorry. Kanojo wa washi o shashin tote moraimashita. Kanojo ga.
Do you remember this one?
Ni.
Yeah. Or you can say ni or kara if you're not sure.
It's from.
Yeah. If you visualize that somebody is giving you something from above, then like God giving you a photograph of an eagle, then it's a little bit easier to memorize that it should be marked with kara, I would recommend. Ni is correct as well, but kara would be better.
Okay.
Kara, washi o shashin totte moraimashita. This is good, actually. This isn't how I would make this sentence, actually, but it's perfectly correct, this part here. My instinct, and it's purely my own style of speaking Japanese and remembering Japanese, is washi no shashin o totte moraimashita. But what you said, actually, because shashin toru can be a solo verb by itself without an or in between, shashin toru. So this is absolutely fine. Washi o shashin totte moraimashita. This is perfect. Good. Well done. Whew. Okay, guys, as a close, let's just do this one together to join a few subjects together. Okay, who would like to have a go at the first part of the sentence?
I'll do it.
Okay, good. Off you go, Tom.
So strong tsuyoi and wind is kaze.
Good. Tsuyoi.
And by which used by the way, so tsuyoi kaze de.
Good.
As a particle.
Uh-huh.
Then the doa o.
Doa o.
Open is akeru.
Akeru.
But it's not also akemasen. Not open, but it's in the past. Akemasen deshita.
No. This is not in the past.
It's in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, akemasen.
Uh-huh.
And we're still missing something.
The grammar. So at the moment, this says
it should be the buff form will fit, or potential. It's because it's potentially it will not be. So I need a potential form, I think.
Okay, right, Tommy, you've done the first bit. So you've done the main architecture of this. I'll pass on to Piotr to add another bit of grammar. So at the moment, just to be clear, this says the strong wind won't open the door. This is a bit like that Monty Python sketch, isn't it? Romani nos domon, eh?
Romani eum domum.
Third person past participle. Okay, Piotr, do you want to make a modification to
The
this?
statement that participles don't have persons.
I don't know.
I would read this as a passive form of akeru because the door is opened by the strong wind.
Good. Okay.
So I would change door to ga, and then let's see, akeraremasen. And then I think wouldn't it be the nara in order to?
Nara doesn't mean in order to. Nara means in the case of.
Ah.
This is probably a subject that your memory, all of you, your memory has probably stored away because you didn't like the subject because it was complicated.
Sorry, that's the yoni then,
Yeah.
or the tamini.
Or tamini. Yes.
One or the other.
Yes. Yeah. Quite.
So then this would be the second part of the entire sentence, because you would place "could you lock it, please?" in order for it not to be opened.
True, but for the time being, I would put this into a subclause, and we can leave it for a second, because actually this bit I think that you can all do really easily, but it's this part which is a bit more of a teaser. Okay, Wayne, do you want to have a go? By the way, this is a good second step. Doga akedarimasen. I also agree that it should be passive. So we've created part of the passive verb. Wayne, can you move us up another step?
Not really.
No? Okay. Spiros, any ideas?
No.
No. Okay. Konstantina, any idea?
I would have said something about a particle, but I cannot show that there is not open. Do we need to use grammar? Do we need to use the grammar or a particle? It's a good question.
Yes, we do.
Grammar then.
And particle and verbs.
And
And conjugation. All of these things we need.
okay, okay. I need some more time then to think.
Okay, let me nudge. So Tom, I'll go back to you. Let me give you a little nudge. So let's use this as our first part. Okay, but how do we mark the thing which is going to do this thing? And what is that thing?
So we were searching for the agent.
Yes, good. What
And
is the agent?
Was ni.
Yeah. And
The agent would be the wind.
good.
Yeah.
So what was that again?
Tsuyoikaze.
Tsuyoikaze. Good.
To have
Hey, Piotr, can you move us forward another step?
Then we would make it akerarete muraimasu? Nah.
No, that means could you please open the door? Let me nudge this along. This is fine, but I think this should usually be in the plain form. Akerarenai. Now, somebody mentioned yoni and tamini. This could, yeah. What would you do here?
I would use tameni because we really want to prevent it. And if locking it ensures it will not open.
Okay, tamini. Okay, and then Spiros, can you do this? Do you know how to do this? could you lock it, please?
Lock.
So this is a funny word actually. Kagi is a word meaning both lock and key. So nowadays it means both. It used to just mean a hook that would go over doors to stop them from being slid open, which is why the verb for locking is kakeru, to hang. So kagi, now this has become, this word means to lock. Kagi o kakeru.
Kagi o kakete kudasai.
Good. Yeah. Kakete kudasai. Or instead of kudasai, maybe we can use what we did earlier, something like kakete moraimasu ka. But kakete kudasai is perfectly fine. Okay. Tsuoi kaze ni dou ga akaranai you without referring back to my notes that I wrote about this, I can't remember, I can't justify it completely, but I have a feeling that this is yoni rather than tamini.
If a typhoon would pass, even the door when it's locked, it will go open.
True, but it's only kaze, it's not typhoon. I mean, you'd be lucky if there was a house left for the door to be sitting in. Yeah. Yeah, there is I can't justify this to you guys except to say that my instinct is this is yoni rather than tamini. But I can come back later on next lessons and explain what it is. Okay, good. That was quite a hard one, wasn't it? Right, any questions, guys, about today's class? Everybody okay? Alles gut? Alles klar? Costa, you okay? You sound like you want to ask something. No? All good?
No. I was because of the problem with Wayne. He's keeping breaking. I didn't hear at all his sentence.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to it. Hang on. So when you had the, oops, sorry, I didn't share that in a second. Share. Wayne,
The football one.
Football.
Football.
Oh, yeah. This one. Let's quickly do that.
No, not the football.
Not football.
Was you did too, Wayne, didn't you?
Oh, would you eat the last piece of tempura?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
Something that Wayne is never likely to say.
I eat them. Oh.
Tempura. No? Ah, I think you said Saigon or tempura, didn't you, Wayne? Did you say Saigon or tempura?
That's what he did.
Yep.
So weirdly, these are both interchangeable. Yeah. So this means kind of the last tempura. It's like the last samurai. And this is the last piece of tempura. Yeah.
Okay.
So you might find this more comfortable, Piotr, if this was Saigon or Bubun. Oops.
Yeah, not sure about the bubun, but
This means bit, piece.
Yeah.
Bud is also fine,
Okay. Yeah.
and so is boo. Boo, bun,
I like boom boom.
bun, 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 bun. Yeah, these are fine. These are two separate words, and you can say either or both. But yeah, you can also just do that to make Saigo mean the last bit. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Tempura. Because we can understand that the tempura is the last piece.
Exactly. Yeah. So you just finish that with or.
Basically the last of the tempura.
One more time, Phil.
Last of the tempura.
Yeah,
Last.
sounds like a film, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just leave the tea.
So tempura no saigo. Oh, sorry, let's do this bit here. Actually, if it's the last piece, I would go for this one. Saigo o tabete moraimasu ka? This is good.
ますか OK。
皆さん全部大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫。
大丈夫？よし、じゃあ、ありがとうございました。今日またよろしく。気をつけてね。
またね。
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 COVID をひかないように。
はいはい。風邪だけ。
注意します。
じゃあね。